Hello, YouTube. This is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hey, first off, I have to apologize for my stupidity. Yesterday, I was wishing you guys a happy Christmas. Don't ask me why. Yesterday was April Fool's Day. That's why. But I apologize. Obviously, I was wishing all of you guys a happy Easter. I hope all of you are doing well after your Easter feast. It's time again for the knife of the day. The knife today is an interesting one. It is a sprint run from Spyderco, a brand new knife, a brand new sprint run. I have to admit, when I saw this in the catalog, in the 2018 catalog for Spyderco as a sprint run, I went, huh? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge hawkbill fan from Spyderco. In fact, you can look it up on the playlist of the knife of the day to all my hawkbills. Here's one of my favorites. It's the Super Hawk from Spyderco. And I am so happy to have two Harpies. The full Harpy with the spider edge, the serrated edge, and also the plain edge, which is hard to find. So I love hawkbill blades, but it's funny. I went into my case and I'm like, wait a second, I don't have a Spyderhawk. I thought I had, it came out originally in 2003 with VG10 steel, and it was very popular. They upgraded it in 2009 and made it part of the Salt series. And that's one reason. I have a number of H1 blades, but they're not hawkbill. And I like them because, of course, with H1 steel, it is 100% rust proof. 100%. So I never did get this. Spyderco says by popular demand. I'm sure a lot of you out there, if you fish, if you spend a lot of time by the water, a hawkbill blade with H1 steel, that H1 steel again, 100% rust proof. So this is a sprint run of the Spyderhawk, a big hawkbill blade, full serrated blade with the edge and with that rust-proof H1 steel. Now, a sprint run from Spyderco means that it's a variation of a knife that has already been released. Again, this was released in 2003 with VG10. It was released as part of the Salt series in 2009. And now I'm recording this in 2018. They brought it back in a sprint run, limited edition. Usually around 1,200, give or take 200 knives or so. The reason it's a sprint run, we'll talk about all of the other things with this knife, but the Salt, of course, well, the original was a black FRN. Then Salt came out with yellow. This is bright orange FRN scales. That's the variation. It actually has a titanium clip. Now, this is, the titanium clip is in the catalog. It's in the paperwork that this came with. Some people will argue that, no, it doesn't look titanium. I know, but it is a titanium clip. So the color is really the big variation here. But let's talk about the hawkbill blade. And I'll tell you why I like hawkbill blades. I know some people don't. Some people don't like serrated blades. Some people don't like hawkbill blades. I have a number of hawkbill blades because honestly, both the reverse S blades from Spyderco, those knives that, like the Civilian, which is totally tactical, has a little bit more of has a belly, has that little S curve, which can really do damage. And the other hawkbill blades, I think, are very tactical. Very tactical. They pierce well, and then, of course, can carve up pretty good. Serrated edges are great when you're cutting fishing line, rope, cord, nets, whatever. That's why these are great fishing EDC knives, especially since it's rust proof. So the care and feeding of the knife isn't that important. Look at that tip, and I love that it comes to a really sharp tip, but also it's thick enough that it's not going to come off on you. So let's talk about that blade. Again, 100% rust proof, H1 steel, just a wonderful steel. I like it. Again, I have a number of knives in H1 that just don't have a hawkbill blade in it. Fully serrated, 3.6 inches, about 3.4 inches of it is that deadly, super sharp spider edge. 8.25 inches total. This is a good sized knife. Very, very light though, only 2.9 inches. And that's because of that fiberglass reinforced nylon, what I call space age plastic. It's just so freaking light, really light. And then of course you have the back lock, very strong back lock, strong detent. This can do some real work, it really can. A friend of mine carries a hawkbill blade as an EDC every day. It's interesting. Yeah, think about it. Cut up boxes, cut rope. Can be a tactical weapon. Of course, that clip, tip up, left-handed or right-handed. So you have this big blade, this wonderful hawkbill, serrated edge, super light work, and that bright orange, you will not lose it in water. And that's why it's so bright orange, so you can see it in water. 2.9 ounces. The knife of the day is the brand new Sprint Run Spyderhawk Salt. It's a Sprint Run limited edition. Just to give you some size comparison, here's my Super Hawk. I'd love to see them do a Sprint Run of that. And my Harpy serrated. I'd love to see a Sprint Run of that too. But they are not as nice as a blade with H1 steel. You know, I've done a number of H1 steel blades. I have the one, I can't say it right offhand, Tasman maybe. A lot of them that looks like an Endura and one that looks like a Delica but is an H1 steel. I love those knives. When I'm going out in the rain, those are the ones I grab. There you have it, knife of the day, Sprint Run Spyderhawk Salt. I hope you guys are having a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.